Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Some confidence for Golden State with the win in their last matchup against the Boston Celtics.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backcourt.
Yeah, the level of energy they had, guys, in the win wasn't matched by their opponents, and that rebounding difference, I think, was indicative of that.
All right, let's set the floor. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brother in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set, and it's Bogut in at the 5 down low. And Green gets it to go.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Now here's Thomas. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. And the Warriors with possession here. 4-point game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense, so that does leave him more energy for the defensive end. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
1:14 left here in the first quarter. Kicks to Bogut from deep three-point range. Rebound Boston. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were, and they just didn't seem to have enough fight to make a go of it.
While we have the chance, we'd like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. Second, the Warriors. Third spot, the Celtics.
Yeah, I mean, the fast break is really the focus for both of these clubs. I mean, we've seen them take it up a notch here of late and really playing with a fast tempo.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Olynyk is checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. Turner's checked in for Smart. Young is subbed in for Avery Bradley.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Two open that time. Made it look too easy. 11 points for Isaiah Thomas.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Curry's shot is off. Boston leading by 9. Thomas gets a wide open look. And again, Boston with the triple.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
He had a great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Shot's good. We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. For the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out.
So as we end the first quarter, and Amir died in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere.
Let's take them back.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Livingston and Thompson are the guards. Anderson Varejao is out there with Green, and it's Rush in at the small forward position. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Amir Johnson's checked in for the Celtics. Down low and taken away by Johnson. There's the three. And Evan Turner again. Turner's got 6 here in this quarter.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in to the inside. Turner comes with the double team. Varejao with it. And Zeller picks him up defensively. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Shot's good. Hit.
And for Livingston last season with the backed-up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
The Celtics making a switch here. Sullinger's checked in.
And for Varejao, his wild hair and frenetic style long ago earned him the nickname Wild Thing. I mean, diving for loose balls, taking charges, but that energy and enthusiasm may be unsurpassed really by any other player in our league.
The pass to Johnson. Oh, good with the triple. Warriors trail by 10. Outside Curry. The tray. The rebound by Turner. Greg, you're talking about Varejao. He may play wild, but his production has backed it up. A few years ago, he averaged, Clark, over 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and I don't think he plays that wild. I think he just looks wild. That hair flying all over the place, and he's giving up his body. I don't know if he's necessarily a wild player as much as he just looks and appears to be everywhere at all times.
Thomas checked in for the Celtics. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball. He had a nice open look right there.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Pass to Brantley. A shot by Sullinger, wide open. And again, Boston with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Bradley, no one around him. Thompson with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Curry with the three from beyond the arc, and then some. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And he gets it to go.
Wow, what a...
And so that's the end of the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. It was Isaiah Thomas who got hot in the first. He looked invincible from long range, dialing up 5 3-pointers in the opening period and shooting a high percentage, too. His stroke was up. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
What a game we've seen here for Thomas. He has 20 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Amir Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Smart in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Smart with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. It's Thomas outside. Thomas got 23.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Green, the pass to Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
Yeah, they've got time, and if he can keep stretching the defense like he has been with the three-point shot, that lead should evaporate in a hurry.
Some changes for Boston. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Sullinger. Yarebko comes in for Johnson. Young is subbed in for Bradley. Then for the Warriors, Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Ian Clark comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Here's Livingston. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Smart leading the charge. Uncovered. And another basket for Boston. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Livingston dishes to Bogut. He kicks it to Livingston. Great touch on the 16-footer. Livingston's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Wasted no time on that one. That's 29 points for Isaiah Thomas.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Rejected by Young, but they get it back. From deep. Livingston, no luck.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep, though.
Shoots. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Livingston's got 4 points now in the quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Thomas, no good. Warriors trail by 14. Shoots. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 6. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. There's Thomas with the 3. That's good. And the Celtics lead by 15.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Sean Livingston for 3.
Tipped away. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Celtics leading by 12 on the court for Golden State here in the fourth. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Spates in at the center. Thomas gets the bucket.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Barnes can't get it to go. Well, the Celtics shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Turner. 41 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And oh, here we go with Thomas. Nobody back, and the shot is good. Thomas got 44. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And you can just see his confidence is rising, bucket after bucket from long range. And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The 3 from Thomas, and he gets it to go. Thomas got 47 points.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And, partner, it sets up what should be a fantastic finale to the season series. Major bragging rights on the line that night.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Isaiah Thomas. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Fires the 3. There's the bucket. Good. Thomas got 59 points.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
And so it's Golden State with it. Here's Curry with the 3. That's good.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. Here's Johnson. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
For 3.
Here's Rozier. Missed. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille